Seems like a lot of things are just the technical difficulties, I guess, on Monday. But let me make sure we're live. It looks like we are live on both platforms, but don't mind the audio from Twitch, whatever comes through. But I appreciate anybody that is watching. Let's see. Go live. So 17 people watching right now. That's what it says. Thank you guys for watching. I was just kind of stressing, like, how am I gonna go live here? Because there was just a lot of difficulties. It seems like I've been having trouble with a lot of my technology, microphone. If you haven't seen my previous video on farm, I recorded that, I don't know, like 3 or 4 or 5 times. I don't really know. It was a lot of times. And the audio wasn't working, but it was working at first and then went out. I was like, ugh. But let me edit this. Subscribers only. Also, I need a thumbnail. Where's it? There it is. All right, there we go. All right, 28 people here. What are people saying? Am I on the right? Am I on the right YouTube? I hope so. This is the Matthew Perry YouTube, right? Yeah, it is. What a man, how was your weekend? It's pretty good. I can't complain. Did a couple of things with the kids. Played a little bit of golf on a very short golf course. So I'm going to be having some videos up for that. Some good, some bad, some just normal. Happy Monday to all. Smash the like button. Yes. What do you think on MMAT? Currently up 21%. I mean, it had to make a large move, and it's good that it could make a move like this. What do I think on it? Do I think that it's going to go up to previous levels that it was at? No. I'm excited the fact that it did break some of these levels here. Seeing it break this level, seeing it break this level. I'm always excited to see some things like that. Just look for some pullbacks when you start to see large rips. Look for some pullbacks. I don't think anything of it. I think it's just being pumped a little bit, just because, I mean, it doesn't really move like this. From what you've seen, I mean, it's previously has been kind of flat. Has had a couple of times where it has jumped, but we'll see how this plays out. If you were already in it, then it's good to make whatever moves you want to make. But that's for the people that have a bunch already in this position, to see that rise. But eventually you're going to see that come back down to earth, basically. Come back down to the 15 moving average, probably end up reaching a 15 moving average, whether that follows it and reaches it somewhere around here, or you see that pullback in the market open. That's what I'm thinking. But it ran quite a bit, so for people that were in it, good to make your move. BBIG. That has wow. So on Friday that moved up 80%. I don't even know why I'm getting notifications for here, because I'm not even logged in, so that's weird. But yeah, it's up 80%, and in the after hours market it's up another 50%. That's huge. I mean, at this point I feel like you missed your window. Either way, I think you can make a move in this if you wanted to, but again, I always say it, when you see these large runs, if you're gonna chase, make sure you're disciplined, because it could pay out. Like support ended up paying out for a lot of people after that move. You see this large move, and then it ended up paying out, getting up to $60. So people that were holding, you were able to hold up to $60 or hold up to another point and then sell on the way back down. So hopefully, you wrote it on the way up to 59 and then we're set on selling somewhere around 50. If it did pull back too far and it pulled back to 50, you sold at that point and made a heck of a lot of money. The same thing could happen with a lot of other positions, but you just need to remain disciplined, because if it does pull back on you, let's say it gets up to 59, you want to make sure that pulls back on you to 50, you get out at 50, wherever your target is. You don't say, oh, well, you know what, let me just give it a little bit, a couple more dollars. If it goes down a couple more dollars, then I'll get out. Well, then you're losing out on money after it does drop down quite a bit. So just pick your spots and go on about your day, because there are a lot of positions that are taking off. Every single day we have a bunch of positions that are taking off, whether it's BBIG, whether it's support, or even MMAT. I have 279 shares of BBIG at $3.30. Well, that's good. That's good. Hopefully it looks like it got up to $10.59 and did pull back quite a bit. You can see it on the 4-hour candlesticks. And you have this large candlestick, and anything with a large wick like that, and even if it is green or red or whatever, it's still showing a lot of selling pressure because the body is at the bottom of the candlestick. That's something you really don't like to see, because if you do see that, then that means that you're going to start to see more and more of that pullback as this time goes on, right? So the next candlestick should be a red candlestick. However, it could end up making a large move, or it could bounce off of a resistance level, or support level. So whatever you want to do, I'm sure you probably can sell, or maybe you can only sell during the open and you have to wait for that open price. But, do whatever you feel is necessary. I mean, right now it's at $8, which is a big gain. You basically doubled, almost tripled the amount that you bought in at. So that's really good. Matt, my brother, what's your quarterly forecast for ADA? You can throw at smart contract situation with possible price predictions for 2021. I really don't have too much knowledge on the smart contract situation. I just know it's a catalyst when that does basically go live, right? From what I understand. But when I give my predictions on coins, I don't really give it based on a lot of the usability behind it, unless we're talking about a few cryptos. But then obviously Cardano is up there, so I should become well versed in that area. But I would say I always look at potential rather than anything else, and where we can actually see those going based on maybe slightly based on usability, but and use case. But I don't really have too much going for it. I haven't looked at it actually during the weekend. The thing that I was focusing on was Farm and ICP ended up making a move. Farm came back, but ICP ended up not making the right moves. Or sorry, ICP ended up jumping up, and Farmcoin ended up coming back. If that's what I was saying, I was trying to focus on other things. But yeah, let's look at, where is Cardano? Cardano currently is at 281. It looks like that has resisted from 290, right? Yeah, it resisted from 290 again. Hit 297 previously and hit 291 recently. And it looks like it keeps resisting from $3, which is a strong resistance point. But we can definitely see that break $3 soon. Once we start to see more and more money go into crypto, we're going to see that easily break $3. Know that the market cap is 90 billion. Breaking that $100 billion market cap is a huge milestone. It looks like it's third in popularity. People are holding it a long period of time. The typical hold time did go down. I think it was around 73 the last time I checked. So Obviously, you need that typical hold time to be up, so people do hold it, and this ends up increasing in price. But once we see that break $3, then we have to worry about getting to that $150 market cap, or $150 billion market cap, and then $200 billion market cap, getting us closer and closer to $10. You said Zom doing Zom things. What's up, everybody? A lot of people who made profits on support are buying AMC today. Could trigger the squeeze. I don't think it'll trigger the squeeze. It'll probably have a good day of, moves, good day of increasing. But yeah, I don't know if it'll trigger a squeeze based on people that are buying, AMC. I mean, we need them to start covering shares, covering shorts. And once they start really covering shorts, then we'll see that squeeze. We still haven't even gotten into the FOMO buying stage. We hit a couple of FOMO buying, stages, but not even to the level where we should be. We're looking for that to push 100, 200. When we get to those levels, then we start seeing, hedge funds get scared and start maybe, well, I guess they're not going to get scared, but let's say they do get scared. They start to cover some of their shorts, and that's where we'll start seeing the squeeze end up getting triggered after the FOMO buying. But we haven't had much FOMO buying going on. It happens in small spurts here and there, but it could be a lot larger. It should happen over a few days. We should see a number of days be in the close to $1 billion or 1 billion shares traded in that day. I entered SBRT and never cashed out. So as of right now, I'm down, hoping it takes off today so I can put proceeds into AMC. What are your thoughts? See, that's where I don't, I just never really get it. I understand that this can take off, right? And I don't know all of the news behind it because I don't focus on news a lot. When I'm day trading or swing trading or doing something like that, yes, you can play a little bit of news or some sort of news catalyst, buy the rumor, sell the news, whatever you wanted to do, right? And play that how you want to play it. But I never understood, following it on the way down. It has a green day today. It's looking like it's up 47% as of right now. And I don't really know exactly what it's doing in the last, hour or so, but it's up 48% as of right now, up to $39. And you said that you're down. Like for me, I don't know when you actually bought in, if you bought in at 59 or 50 or whatever. But for me, I'm looking to buy into a position, and when I see it pull back, or especially something that's running like this, if I see any type of negative movement to where it's pulling back to a level that I start to get worried about my profits, then I start to get out of that position. When it doesn't have a huge catalyst like AMC does, where AMC has the squeeze potential no matter what. If it goes all the way back down to $1, it still tells people, hey, buy more. That's basically what it's saying. What's good is SOS is up 5%. That was down the last time I checked. That's crazy. So I have to check my call option. I bought a call option for SOS. That's out in December. So I just bought some different call options for later in the year or in the new year. But we're not talking about that. But a lot of these positions, what I would do is I would basically set leave it increase. So if it goes up to 59 or whatever, it goes up to 49, I would have a certain level. If it comes back $5, I would get sold out. So if that did happen to where I would have gotten sold out before then, that's okay. I would have made a ton of money out of it. So it's just tough to see this because you have to be disciplined whenever you're chasing a position. Any of these positions that you see, whether it is BBIG, whether it is support, whether it's MMAT or even SOS up 5%, whatever it is, you're able to make your move and get out of the position, get out with a profit. That's what it's all about, profit hands. The thing that I don't want people to take from this overall squeeze situation, AMC and GME, is that we hold until this thing blows up, every single position. AMC and GME, yeah, we understand that those are squeeze potential. But when we look at other positions that have a high amount of short interest, if you don't have the backing that AMC and GME does, then it's not one that you hold until it blows up or it dies. Like, that's not the one that you want to do or do that with. So what you typically want to do is play these positions as if you wanted to make money. You know what I mean? Make quick money, nothing more than that. You're playing that position, it's growing, you're up 50%, get out of the position. I don't care if it goes up another 200%. You gained more than you thought you would gain. So just move out, you know? What are your thoughts on 145 strike price option call for January 2021 AMC out of high calls for that expiration date? So I think 145, I kept saying that I believe we will hit 100 or 200, you know, by the end of this year, right? So I actually have a 145 you know, strike price call option for December 17th. So right at the end of the year, looking for that to make a huge move. Now, if it does make a huge move earlier, then I can obviously, you know, pocket a lot of the profits before it ends up getting to that point. So if it goes up to 119 right now, I'll make a lot of money out of it because of the fact that I still have, you know, theta decay as we go along. It's just, I have a few months out, actually a bunch of months right now. So, I mean, what do I think of it? I think that 100, 200 would definitely be a price that we should be at those points. It should be the FOMO buying stages should be set, you know, during that part. So looking at the end of the year, looking at, you know, October, looking at November, I think we should be seeing these larger increases coming soon. We just need, again, the FOMO buying to kick in. That's what it's all about. What's the name of your favorite dividend stock again? I want to put put it on my watch list. It's SPHD. I have it on here. I also have it on dividends, but let's go to. It's not on my ETFs. There we go. It's not on there. What the? Did I not update that? It's SPHD. I can type it in. I don't know why it's not on there. It might be on my other place. So yeah, this is my favorite position to be in. I just love it, and I just keep averaging down or averaging in whatever the price ends up being, because I know I bought in somewhere around 42 or something initially, and then kept putting money in there. When it gets up to, you know, 50 or whatever, I still put money in there. It doesn't matter if it's at its highest point. I'm still putting more and more in there because I'm treating it like it's a mutual fund. An ETF moves slowly and does have, you know, it's a slow moving position, which will increase in the value of it and then also pay you dividends per month. Let me just go out further. Yeah, you can look at something that does move consistently. Year to date does move consistently, especially down from this $25 mark that was back in March of 2020. So you could see this consistent movement. It is slow moving, so you're not gaining a ton, but you're still gaining something out of it. And if it does end up falling back down, or, you know, they add something to it, dilute it in some form, then you can put more into it and just keep doing that. And that's what I tend to do. So no matter what, just keep putting more into it. Love these positions. Any crypto that I should be keeping an eye on today? Today itself, let's look at some heavy movers. Let's go to Coin Market Cap. Let's see if anybody's watching on Twitch. Thank you for watching on Twitch, by the way. I appreciate anybody that is watching on Twitch. I don't know why I keep getting notifications for this if I'm not logged in. It makes no sense. Let me go to Coin Market Cap and just see what's moving volume wise, because that's always great to see. So let's look at some movers in the last 24 hours. So a lot of things are actually, you have a couple of things that are down. Let me actually go by not the name, the number. So we'll go by the number, and you can see that Bitcoin is down, Ethereum is down, Cardano's down. So there's a lot of cryptocurrency that's slightly down, could see a turn. Dogecoin is down to 27 cents. I wanted to check to see if that dropped below 25, because that's where I'm looking for an entry point, well below 25, before we can see that larger increase. But yeah, let's look at some ones that are moving in a positive direction. You can see that FTM is moving in a positive direction, 39% up, 39.5% up in the price. I do want to see what the volume is looking like. The volume looks pretty good at $609 million worth of volume, which is 860.9 million. Rev is up 38%. That's pretty good. I've watched that position quite a bit because it is a low price position, and the total supply is around 85 billion. So seeing that around 2 cents does have a lot of room to grow if this chart would freaking update. Don't know why it wouldn't update. Let me see if you can actually trade that on Coinbase, because that's interesting to me. Something that is low priced. Let's see. I don't think I own any. So I know I did talk about it before. So this might be a position you want to look into. Yeah, it's not tradable on Coinbase. That's why I didn't buy it. So it's not tradable on Coinbase. I could probably buy it on Gate.io, but it is up in the last 24 hours, 37.73%. The volume looks pretty decent. It's up 105% over the last 24 hours. And the market cap's only 1.9 billion. I would say, you could see something of like, 5 to 10, 6 to 10 billion dollars worth, when you're looking at average. So could be a good position to get into. You might, it has made a little bit of an increase, so you might want to wait for a slight pullback. But yeah, Rev does look pretty good. Let's look at some other positions that are up in the last 24 hours. We can look at some that are up in the last 7 days as well. A lot of other ones. You have Solana that's up as well. That's up to $100. Wow, that's really good. Because I had this freaking fly. I thought I got rid of it. I haven't been down here for a while, but it's still here. I'm telling you, Solana, that's crazy that is up to $100, because I thought that was going to firmly resist. I don't know why it's not updating here. I thought that was going to firmly resist at 80, and it did pull back, but then started to increase again. So this looks really, really good, that it's making these moves. It has 290 million circulating supply. The total supply is around 500 million. So that's around basically $500 million, which is still good. You're looking at $100 that did get to. I'm still trying to load this chart. I don't know what's going on with my internet, or if just CoinMarketCap sucks today. But it did get up to $100 recently, and then pulled all the way back to, I guess, 97. This pullback looks a lot worse than what it actually is. But yeah, then increased again back up to 101. So is making some pretty decent moves, I would say. Yeah, I don't want to spend the whole entire time on crypto. Hey, Tamagato, thank you for stopping by the Twitch stream. We got 191 people here, guys. If you can hit the like button, it does help out. Twitch, heck yes. When Minecraft, I don't play Minecraft. AMC and Shiba all the way to the top. I don't know if Shiba will make that move, but AMC definitely. I'm in it though. I have a position in Shiba though. ADA looking like a buy these days, and now that it's on Webull, I can actually trade it. That's good to know. I'm not buying any cryptocurrency on Webull. The only reason, or there's multiple reasons, but the main reason is because I don't actually own it. It takes forever if I wanted to make a trade and then get back in it. So if I wanted to sell Doge, like I did, and then get back in it over on Coinbase, it takes multiple days for that to happen. So it sucks to have that happen, because I could have, made a move back in there at 24, lower than my cost basis, and rode it up to 35. But, it sucks. Support is too volatile. It has been moving pretty volatile. It has a lot of volume, so you're going to see that. Is it too late to buy into AMC? I don't think it's too late to buy into AMC. AMC is currently, you just have to pick your spot. Either way, if you're looking for the long haul, you're going to see a lot more than where it actually is. Currently it's at $40.89, right? That's nowhere near the highest point that it's going to get to. I have a call option, or two call options, for 145 in December. I believe that this is going to get to a higher number. Now, if you're looking for a short-term gain, then you probably want to pick a better spot, because it has made a decent increase, has pulled back a little bit from that increase up to 48, but has broken some of these levels here, which was a great sign. Let's see if we can stair step on the way up and create a large FOMO buying opportunity here for a lot of people. But yeah, I believe that AMC is still a buy, and you can take everything I say with a grain of salt. No way am I saying that you should put all your money into it, or that you should invest here. I'm not telling you exactly where to invest. I'm not a financial advisor. This is merely just my opinion. But whether you want my opinion to go a long way or go nowhere, it's on you. So yeah, all of those positions, I'm not saying they're distractions or anything, but they are things that you should expect quick money from, rather than long-term, building a squeeze type of situation. It's really like quick money. Don't get stuck holding the position and holding the bag thinking that it's going to go to 1,000, because some people say it's going to go to 1,000. A lot of those people that are saying, hey, this is going to go to 1,000, whatever it is, if it's SPRT, if it's going to go to 1,000, quote unquote 1,000, that they just want you to hold on for as long as possible so that they can gain as much money as possible, because maybe they hold a large majority of that. So just be careful, really just be careful. It's too early because my average is higher than 40. Oh, it's not too early because my average is higher than 40. Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, there's a lot of people that have higher averages and are comfortable with where it's at, because they know where it's going to get. Do you have any positions in GME? Yes, I do. I have 20 shares of GME at $220. So currently it is lower than my cost basis. And if Carl doesn't stop rubbing my leg, I swear. Carl, come on. No. I don't know what your issue is, but it shouldn't be me. Nope. But yeah, I have some positions in GME. I have 20 shares here at $220 and 21 cents. And it has recently got down to 140, which I wanted to make a buy in, but I pulled money out of Webull, so I couldn't do that. It would have been smart for me to do that, because I do believe that this is going to go. Carl, no. Go. I do believe that this is going to go a lot higher. So yes, I have positions in GME. Thoughts on support? I would say, ride that how you want to ride it. I don't know if you'll see this this increase to the level that it was at. It's been decreasing. It was up 55% or something like that, but it went all the way up to $59. Like I said, when you start to see these large candlesticks, you need to understand what this could have been, or what this is, as you're going through it. So if you're buying into that chase, like you're chasing that position, you want to make sure you're as disciplined as possible. I don't know if it will come back. It could. I don't know if it will. People might have moved on to the next position, might have moved on to BBIG. And if they are, then they're moving on and gaining some money out of that. It's all quick moves. I don't think that they're anything that you should consider a hold for, like a large, squeeze. It's just something that you hold for a little bit, maybe a day, maybe not even that, and just, get set on gaining something. You can gain 50%. You don't need to gain 100%. Just gain something big out of it, This damn fly, man. I swear. Insert stock here is headed to $100,000. AMC. GME. I'm learning day trading, so I'm new to this part. My brother, what do you think about all these smaller squeezes happening now, and how that movement is related to AMC and GME? So all of these are not smaller squeezes. All of these are large pumps, right? And I'm not saying they're a pump and dump. They're large pumps. So they're getting behind one position. People start seeing these positions, and then FOMO buying kicks in for a lot of these positions. However, there's no hold, hold time for these. Like, people will not hold these for a long period of time waiting for these to blow up. They're looking for a 100% gain, 200% gain, and they put in like $10,000 looking to change that $10,000 into $20,000, or changing that $10,000 into $100,000. They're looking for a 2 to 10x out of these positions very quick, whether it's a couple of days or a couple of hours. So that's what I'm looking at in those positions, and how it's related to AMC. It's really just people that are kind of, like, I wouldn't say bored, but for lack of a better term, bored with what's going on with AMC and GME, because it hasn't been making a large move. It did make a move recently, but hasn't been making a lot of moves recently. So people get bored with these situations and move into other positions, large positions into some of these other positions. And they'll buy those, take some of that money, take some of the profits, maybe put it into AMC, but then they'll also take some of those profits and look for the next one, look for BBIG, look for any other position that is going up that they can chase or that they can get started with. So what do I think of them? I mean, this is what has been happening for a while now. You've seen a ton of positions make moves. And that's what it's all about. It's not anything that's, I don't think, linked to AMC or GME directly. But people are just looking for quick cash grabs. Same thing with crypto. People are looking for quick cash grabs. They see certain positions that are taking off a little bit. Let's say Rev is at 2 cents, and they're looking to increase that to a crazy amount so that they can make some money on crypto. I mean, that's just how it goes. People want to make quick money. You can say the same thing about AMC. Do you say you do saying 1,000 is the floor, bro? So the issue with the difference between a lot of these positions, and this is where you have to understand, AMC and GME are different because of the amount of people that are holding it, and the people that are willing to hold it, whether it does decrease or increase. If AMC goes from 70 down to 20, you will have a large majority of people that will still hold it and probably just buy more. If BBIG, let's say, goes from $10 or wherever it's at to $2, right? Everybody's going to sell. There's not going to be anybody that says, I'm buying this because it's at a low price. No, you're selling it because it's now a pump and dump. Same thing with support. It gets up to $59. People will sell it if it does come back down even a little bit. So they're more likely to hold on to AMC and GME than they are all of these other positions. This is where it's different. They're holding 80%. We're holding 85 to 80% of AMC, right? And if it does decrease, 5% of the people will probably end up, selling, maybe even less than that. And if you have, a small percentage that are selling that position, yes, it is going to decrease, but it's not going to decrease as much as some of these other positions that will sell completely off. Do you know what I mean? So yes, I understand what you're saying. You can say the same thing about AMC and GME, but when you factor in a lot of the situation, the overall situation of it, it's a different story. It's literally comparing apples to oranges at that point. Let's see. Let's go back to here. So top 5 cryptos for the long term. I would definitely say that you have to include the three biggest ones here. So you have to include Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. You have to include those into the top 5 because of the fact that Cardano could be firmly in that third or second spot, depending on how popular it gets. The usability behind it, the catalyst behind smart contracts, right? So these 3 have to be included here because Bitcoin can go over 100K, Ethereum could hit, 10K, 20K, it could end up making some really, really big moves. Cardano, same way. I'm not saying it can get to $1,000, but seeing that, at $100 is not something that's completely unheard of. I would say maybe $20, $30 at most is what I was thinking. But we've shown this on the chart here, looking at the Excel spreadsheet, breaking down Cardano and understanding that $30 is not out of the question, seeing it at basically a $1 trillion market cap. Also looking at $15 at about half that. So it's not out of the question to see Cardano at some of these levels. However, it is a high market cap for it to get to that point, and it could end up breaking that level that Bitcoin was previously at. They were at Bitcoin was at 1.2 trillion or 1.3 trillion and could get to 2 trillion, could get to even higher than that. But what I'm saying is that something's going to need to get into that either second or third spot. And Cardano is there right now at the third spot, but could break Ethereum soon. So I would say that you have to include those 3. Now, if we're talking about, it depends what we're talking about for, for the next 2, it depends what we want to look at. If we want to look at potential or we want to look at something that actually has usability behind it. I would say that Dogecoin does have some, like a strong use case for being able to be that transaction-based currency. Anything that does have the ability to be that transaction-based currency, whether it is an XRP or a Dogecoin, I would probably say put in that 4th spot. And let's see, I definitely have to include Litecoin, because Litecoin has made large moves with Bitcoin and Ethereum, but right now it's currently down to $11.5 billion market cap, which it has been a lot higher, up to that $400 mark. So I would definitely include that. But when it comes to potential, there's a different top 5. So we look at those, and those are safe plays, ones that you want for long term, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, maybe Doge, maybe XRP at certain prices, and just let those sit and run. Same thing with Litecoin, right? Making those moves. But there's a lot of other ones for top 5 for potential. Like you can look into internet computer, pretty big potential, get up to $200, $300 to be able to double, triple, quadruple your value that you have there. Also getting up into the thousands, it could get up to that point. So you start to look at other things for more potential than anything else. And that's what I would say is if you want 2 different top 5s, I can always give you those, but that would have to be like a full video. What's a reason share price for AMC after the squeeze? A reasonable share price for AMC after the squeeze. Please no. So reasonable expectation for life after AMC, I would probably say we're looking somewhere in between the $30 to $50 range. Why would I say that? It isn't even worth that fundamentally. Well, you start to create a lot of you create all of this hype behind it, depending how high it ends up getting to, right? This ends up getting to 1,000, 2,000, whatever, 10,000, all of that. Sorry. The thing that you're going to create with this business is the fact that people are, or this name is out there for everybody as probably the best movie theater, right? I understand that they don't really have the best, prices on their popcorn, the best movie theaters in general. They have lounge seating, but they don't really have the best screens or anything like that. Like, it's not considered the best because there's always something, another theater that has something better. Maybe the prices are better somewhere else. Maybe the lounge chairs are better somewhere else. Maybe the dine-in theater is better somewhere else. But with the popularity behind it, it's definitely something that can bring more people to there, drive more revenue into the business. And I think it's going to be pretty big as the basically the largest movie theater chain out there, right? So the way that I look at it is this will end up being from $30 to $50 based on people that still want to hold it. Because I know for me, after the squeeze ends up happening, I'm going to buy maybe 100 to 1,000, depending how much money I end up making from it, 100 to 1,000 and hold it for life. I don't care what it does. I will hold this position and never let it go, because if this ends up playing out the way that we believe it's going to play out, and obviously we still have that variable of the hedge funds, if it ends up playing out the way that we believe it to play out, then they're going to make us a ton of money and do things that no other position has done for us, that nobody has done for us. So for me, and in a way of giving back, the way that you do that is by holding up a large position for a long period of time, for literally life. Treat it like it's, I don't even know, a mutual fund or your retirement account, and hold it until, you get to a point to where you're going to retire. And even hold it after that. Give that position to your children and your children's children, depending how long that business is around. So, or however long they want to keep it alive, because sometimes, life just takes it away because of, maybe movie theaters won't be a thing because people all want to do streaming, and they find a different way to make money with that. But it seems like they're not making enough money by offering it on a streaming service, because typically with ticket services, with selling tickets, you can sell individual tickets to people, but when you put it on Disney Plus or something like that, well, now you're offering it to so many people, buying it in one area and having 30 people sit down and watch it, right? So you're basically paying $6 to have 30 people watch that movie. So it makes no sense for you to do something like that. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty big. I think $30 to $50 is something where it will settle. That's a reasonable price. So where we're sitting now is something that you can even say, no matter what, I'm going to make money from it, because that's where it's going to be. $30 to $50 is where it's going to hold at. And depending how high this goes and how many people do support it, if people continue to support it the same way and hold on to the position, then you could see this get to $50 or $100, right? So it depends. The stock market is based on buyers and sellers, and if people are holding the position, then they're still considered the buyers, and the sellers just don't have enough power in order to bring this price back down to where it was at $1 or $2. I think this is going to hold well above 10, well above 20 for its life, basically its lifetime. ADA is playing with my emotions. Why can't it break $3? Yeah, it's a tough point. I mean, you're starting to get to that $100 billion market cap, and people see that $100 billion market cap as a level of resistance. Even though it's not the price, they're seeing it at a level of resistance. So it gets close to $3 and it doesn't break it. The thing that I'm surprised with is the fact that crypto doesn't really hold resistance or support levels, often. So I thought it would have broke it by now, but it would have just fell right below it again. Because like with the stock market, when you see it break a lot of those resistance levels, you're going to see it run. But with crypto, you see it break some of those resistance levels and it could come right back. It could be 1 cent above the resistance level and then it'll come right back, right? So crypto is just not as predictable. I'm not touching support Friday. I was in and out quick, made a little over 1K, and then thought I could easily do that again, and it tanked the second the second I got it, and I lose 2K. So overall, I lost 1K in 20 minutes. Yeah, see, that's where it's at. You don't like you can't get greedy, and if you do, well, I'm not saying you're greedy, but if you do end up getting to that point, I was going to say congratulations on making 1K. That's what it's for, is to make quick money. And if you end up making that quick money, when and if you get you get too greedy. When and if you get too greedy, you have to get out of that position and be disciplined. You have to be disciplined. That's the funniest thing I've ever said. Oh, man. Well, that's it. I'm signing out. No, that's too funny. Come on, Carl. Stop. It's Carl. Carl's doing it to me. Root is the next pump and dump. Number one comment. Yeah. I mean, that's what they do. They pump something, you get into it, make your move. I would just stake the ADA while you wait. That's what I'm doing. Isn't that difficult though, Carl? I swear. Come on. Come this way. This way. Go that way. Go that way. You're just knocking over things, man. I can't. No. No. I know you haven't seen me in like a day, but no. Matt, I appreciate your channel. How much are the hedgies paying per day to short? Is there a dollar amount? There's not a specific dollar amount that I know of, because it's just, I mean, a lot. If this cat, I swear, man. Carl, let's go. Yeah, I know. You gotta go. You gotta go. No, stay over there. No. He doesn't listen. No. How much of I don't think there's a specific number that they're getting, like that they're paying. Carl, no. All right, come here. I'll give you some love. Yeah. Well, what I was saying is, I don't think they're paying a specific amount, because they're shorting things behind the scenes that we don't know about. So I know they're borrowing some of these shares, they're paying to borrow the shares, but we don't know like specific numbers behind how much they're spending, basically. But yeah. How do you identify or find these stocks that pump overnight before the pump happens? See, that's the issue, is a lot of times you want to do a lot of research on some Reddit forums, or have communities that do see positions that are making large moves, which I've had a couple of people in my communities that have called these things out. And it's great to be able to see that. I wish I had money to go into there, and some of them, end up playing out the right way. It's great to be able to see that. And some of them don't, but it's good to be able to find those ones that do. And if they don't, usually they stay kind of flat or decrease a little bit. But if they do, then you're going to see it really run something like this. So you probably want to have a community that you're a part of, or have a bunch of Reddit forums that you can be a part of to be able to see that. But a lot of times, like, I'll catch them in like the chase stage, more or less, just because I'm not doing as much research on positions that are gonna blow literally in one day, because it's sometimes very volatile. I just look for positions that have longevity that I can trade multiple times and gain money, gain $100, $200 multiple times in a day. That's what I'm looking for. So GME has a way smaller float. Yeah, GME does have a way smaller float. That's why it does have the ability to increase a lot faster, but I don't think it will increase a lot higher. Is it too late to enter BBIG for a swing trade? I was thinking of buying 100 to make AMC money. So this is where I will I will tell you the same thing that I told a lot of people with support, is that it does have full potential to continue to increase, because it doesn't look like it's over when it comes to people buying that position. It could continue to run, but if it goes against you, get out until you see the low point. Don't just wait for it to run. Now, this is where it ends up being difficult, because if you don't have more than 25,000 in your account, you can't really make those day trades. So what I would say is, if you do have 25,000 in your account, get into the position wherever you feel like you can get in. If it goes against you, get out. If it goes with you, find a level to where you want to get out, but then also set a stop loss, or set multiple stop losses as you do see it go up. So let's say BBIG goes up to $20. Now you set a stop loss for 18, so that if it does come back down to 18, you still make money from it and you get out before the decrease ends up happening. Now, if it continues to run and it goes from 20 to 30, you do the same thing. You set your stop loss maybe for 25, because as the price does go up, you're going to see more fluctuation. So you're going to see that pull back to 25, and then you end up getting out. If it pulls back to 27, you'll still be good. But then eventually, if it does pull back to 25, you'll get out. If it goes up more, then you'll gain more money. So just play it the best way that you can possibly play it, because you can't predict exactly where these are going to go. So I don't think it's too late. It's just, if you get in, be very disciplined. Very disciplined. I have so much cat hair on my hands now, and on my lap. Go ahead, Carl. Now get down. So much fur on you. There's so much. I have to give him a bath. You happy now? There's so much fur on my desk. It's crazy. Is that Carl? Walking Dead? No, not from The Walking Dead. That's a big cat. What kind is it? It's just a domestic cat. Domestic house cat. Which is funny, because we talk. Me and my wife laugh about this all the time, because we went to a zoo in South Carolina, I think it was. Like, not the last time we went, it was a time before that. And we went to this zoo and we saw a bunch of different animals and everything. And we walked by this glass, and it was a domestic house cat, and it looked so scared behind this glass, like it was just sitting there, like, I don't know why I'm here, type of thing. That's like going to a zoo and they just put a dog in there, like I feel like you shouldn't do that. So we just laugh, because every time we see any type of cat, which we obviously have two, we just think of that cat behind that glass, and like how like surprised it was to be behind the glass. The funniest thing I've ever seen, though. You guys talk about AMC. What's going on? So, yes, we do talk about AMC, but AMC is not doing much right now. Currently at $41.11. So it is up still on the day. That's not bad. I'm still holding my 900 shares, still have my 2 call options. And the movement this morning looks pretty positive. We did see a large decrease right from the open of the pre-market, jumped up to $41.39, and has come back down. The movement is still spotty. You can see that we have about 700,000 shares worth of volume. If we're looking at volume in Webull, we only see 339, but I would imagine you look into other positions or other platforms and you'll see double that amount, because this is only Webull volume. Don't you want to keep them? Don't you want to keep the blood inside your body? No, my cats are comfortable. I give them baths all the time, so they're comfortable with baths. Daisy not as much as Carl is, but both of them are fine, and they don't have their front claws, so they won't do anything. They wouldn't do anything either way. When they did, they were okay. Because if I don't, Carl just gets like fur everywhere, and I mean, it's just crazy. And I can't have cat hair and dog hair everywhere. Um, how much can support short squeeze today? A high share price. I don't think it's going to short squeeze. You could see this make a move. The problem is it's starting to come back from 41 down to 35. So you've seen that increase from being flat right here around that 25, $31 area, has this full gap up in the morning and then started to consolidate and increase a little bit more after that, coming back to a certain level, breaking below a lot of these resistance points or that resistance point. But now getting back to an area to where it felt comfortable at this $35 level. So I think you can actually see this probably make a move somewhere up close to 40, but then end up falling back down probably closer to 25. So I'm not 100% sure as to everything that's going behind this a large increase, if it is a lot of covering of shorts, because I haven't looked into that. But yeah, I can't give you a full price, because a lot of these are just running based on FOMO buying. People think that they're missing out. And that's a large issue. Is that over? Would that be over today? Or are people waiting for a comfortable price to get into it? That's where the situation lies here. So I have this image of Matt licking Carl and Daisy to clean them. What the? No. That's that. Why would you have that image? I have BBIG and support. We would rip. I'm starting not to like weekends. Why? Brush them daily. There won't be as much shedding. Yeah. I mean, I probably need to do that. Right, Carl? Yes? All right. He says yes. How else would you give Carl and Daisy a bath? How else would I give Carl and Daisy oh, instead of licking them? I mean, in the actual bathtub? What? What? I take the shower and just run the shower. Matt, are you good at beer pong? I mean, I'm okay. I haven't played in a long time. We got 302 people watching today. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you can. Also, check out some of my other channels. If anybody is interested in golf, I created this. Well, I didn't just create the new channel. I kind of revamped my old channel. Oh, I thought Graham Stephan had Mr. Beast on his channel. I was gonna say I want to see what's going on with that. But yeah, what was I gonna say? So yeah, my golf channel, guys. If you guys are very interested in golf, then go and check it out. It's good so far. I'm getting used to editing those type of videos and recording those videos and being more comfortable outside, because as you know, I'm very introvert. I have 3 videos up so far, my first round, which also, you know, I didn't really have the best rounds possible, but I have a practice session, which did help out a lot, because I have videos that are coming out soon on that channel that are going to be on a par 3 course. So I need to fix my short game, and I think those videos are going to be really good. So I have like 4 videos, 5-hole matches, and I don't think the first 2 went well, but I had to get like my wedges dialed in, and then like a couple of other matches actually went pretty well. So definitely stay tuned for those. Never really been a golf guy, but it's great. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. When you give them a bath, are you wait, you're drying out their skin, they're shedding more? Well, it seems to take out their shedding, because I give them a bath, give them like their like all their oils or whatever the heck it is, conditioners or something. It's like a 2-in-1 type of thing, and it seems to get rid of the shedding, and then I brush them and they're good. But yeah, Carl and Daisy, they're big cats. They don't clean themselves well, so that's the issue that I have. A lot of times their back like is not fully clean. But this is obviously a stock like show. We're not talking about Carl's bath habits. E +4 on loading a video this weekend. Sorry, but that was funny as hell. Yeah. Um. Oh man, I think PLTR can finally break 26 this week. Do I think I haven't looked at Palantir. I know a lot of people were looking into Palantir a while ago. Do you think it could break 26 this week? Well, it looks like it's on the road of breaking certain resistance points. Oh, it's looking like 2641 is a firm point of resistance. Yes, I do think it can break 26 this week, because it looks like it's on the road of actually increasing to that level. However, you do have a resistance point right above that, you know, looking at about 26. Let's see, 2623. Yeah, 2623, seeing that level, because it has broken 26 recently on Friday, I guess. Yeah, it hit a high of 2609, so it has broken 26. Do I think it will hold 26? I'm not 100% sure. I think that this is more of a stronger resistance point than this, so I probably will see it break 26, maybe resist from 27. So you want to see it more or less break 27 than anything. But yes, I do think it will break 26 because it has recently broken 26. Fat Cats. That's a restaurant that I used to eat at. Um, Rename BTD Fat Cat. I don't think I can rename a crypto. It was difficult. I still don't even have the logo. I submitted like I submitted the like request for a logo change, and that never happened. I don't know what this cat's doing. Yeah, I love the golf channel. I'd love to come up with an idea to play around with you. Obviously, we're in different states, but if you're down for some competition, I'm all for it. I shot an 82 on Saturday. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it if I'm ever around your area, or you're ever around the same area I'm in, then yeah, definitely. I'd love to play a round of golf. I hope AMC runs today, looking healthy in the pre-market. We can always figure something out. I played with people in all different states, right? I've played with people in PA, played with people in Delaware, played with people in South Carolina, played with people in Florida. So if I'm ever around, then yes. Won an AMC in November 2020. Just became wait, just because I thought movie theaters would come back and the stock may reach $10. Little did I know what I was walking into. Yeah. I mean, that would be amazing if you like were one of those people that gets into a position because you do see it at these low prices and you're like, I think this could be worth so much more. So you buy 20,000 shares at $1, and then now those 20,000 shares are worth a heck of a lot. So and could be worth way more when it does end up getting to those points. So that's amazing to hear. Hey, new subscriber, don't don't know you very well. Most embarrassing story. My most embarrassing story? I don't know. I try to. I don't really try to think of a lot of embarrassing stories. I don't know. Let me get back to that because I don't know if I have any like truly embarrassing stories. I think I would at least have a few. Yeah, I don't know. Got some boom boom candles in AMC. I'll have to get back to you on that one. Yeah, it's up 1.86%, almost 2%. I'm still trying to think of that because I really don't have many embarrassing stories. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to. I really have to think of it. It had to have been when I was a kid. I was looking at a post-COVID stock myself. It wasn't on my radar until YouTube videos took off. Yeah. Good morning, Matt. What's your 2 cents on AMP? Is it another pump and dump play, or do you see it having the potential to hit $1 per coin? So it does have the potential to get to $1 per coin. The issue with AMP, which we'll get into here, the issue that I have with AMP is the supply. So let me look at this. So a lot of people will look at this supply and say, oh, 42 billion, that definitely has the ability to get to $1. However, that's only 46% of the supply. The total supply is around 100 billion, which means that you would have to get to a pretty decent, basically third or fourth on the list right now when it comes to market cap, which is a very high level of getting to. I would say if you're looking at full potential and where AMP can get to, I would say 20 cents is probably somewhere around 20 to 25 cents is somewhere around the highest point, or not the highest point, somewhere around the normal point where I expect it. So somewhere around $6 billion market cap, or $6 to $10 billion market cap. But that's the highest point that I can see it at, is 20 to 25 cents that I see it at a reasonable price there. Now it has gotten to 12 cents, and this is something that I will continue to buy into. Right now it's at basically 5 cents, and I want to buy more because I currently hold 5,000, but I would like to hold somewhere around I don't know, maybe 20,000, 50,000. That's where I would like to hold of this, because it's not one of those positions that can go to crazy heights unless you have a ton of popularity, which You look at this and it is 30th on the list. So if this continues to grow, you could see this grow a lot more. The volume is up. The typical hold time, you need to see that up in order for that to make a huge move. But it's the circulating supply that really gets me, because it's 42 billion, but that's only less than half of what the total is. So looking at $100 billion market cap is a huge milestone, which means that if they get to $1, that's a $100 billion market cap. Now, if they do it right now without any dilution, that would be a $42 billion market cap, which is not insane. It's not unheard of, but it is on the top of the list when it comes to market caps. So factor that into it, and I would say probably 20 cents, 25 cents is somewhere around that high point that you want to end up making your move if you're going to sell some of it. So AMP, I got $3. Oh, I got $3 of AMP from Coinbase. I thought you were saying AMP got to $3 previously. And if they did before it got on Coinbase, that's definitely a possibility, because of the fact that they probably had less supply right from the start. God, you just lost a hand. Did I do this? I lost a hand, or went this way? It's this way. I lost my hand because I went out that way, like that. Someone said I lost a hand. There we go. My hand went away. Someone chopped my hand off, yes. Mixing it up with stocks and crypto, Matt keep it 100 and leans towards coins with low supply and high potential with some decent hold times and such. Pays attention to market cap, popularity, and max up. Yes, 100%. You got down to a T. It's so important to stay up to date with the typical hold times, the popularity, and obviously the market cap. Understanding what the average market cap you would be looking at. So a lot of these coins up here, you're going to see them be above, you're going to see 900 billion, 300 billion, there's no other ones that are above 100 billion, which Cardano might end up making that move. Dogecoin was above that point. XRP was above that point. But then you start to look at other ones and you start to see it decrease pretty quickly, somewhere around 10 billion. You look at Internet Computer, that's around 10 billion. That's around, average. So you start to see that decrease as we go along. Some of these other levels, I would see Ethereum Classic definitely at a higher point, should be around that $30 billion market cap, more or less. And some of these other ones that continue to get to some of these levels. So I would say you're looking at something that should be around a $6 to $10 billion market cap, something that's very popular. When I look at things that are very popular in the top 20, on this list by market cap, I would expect a lot of popularity. So AMP is a huge popular position. Anchor position is a huge popular position, which I have. I have 10,000 of Anchor coin, and yeah, Anchor is a really good one as well, and that's down to 10 cents. And at its highest point, it's been at 23 cents recently in March. So we can see this make larger moves, and it does have a high typical hold time of 53 days. Popularity is down, but the typical hold time is up. Nice little AMC rip. Is AMC making a move? Yes, it is. Basically at $42 here. It's good to see. It did hit $42 exactly. There we go. That's what we like to see. That's what we need to see. I believe Doge and ADA will. ADA is really next level coin with its technology, brains behind it. Lead guy is a genius. Oh, brother, indeed. Big sell wall at 42. Yeah, I mean, that's what they're looking to do is keep it down at certain levels. Let's actually look at the. I haven't looked at the order books in a little bit. Yes, a huge sell wall at 42. It said 9,000 shares for 42. 88 for the win. I hear you. What happened to the crypto you made? It's still here. I'm still looking to do liquidity. I've been trying to factor in liquidity. I've done it. I think like two other people have done it, but I need more in the pool. I need like I need like 1,000, 10,000 coins in the pool for liquidity, and it sucks because it's telling me that I need to pay like $900 in Ethereum in order to create this liquidity for 10,000 coins, when 100 coins cost me like $6. So I don't know how that really lines up, like how the and then I went back to 100 coins, tried to do 100 or 200 or 1,000, and it told me that I needed to pay $2,000, and I was like, what is going on here? So I don't know what's happening with the liquidity that I'm trying to create, but I don't want to pay $2,000 worth of Ethereum, um, you know, if I didn't need to pay that much. Do you know what I mean? Like that's a little ridiculous. You need to do a pre-sale that builds your initial liquidity. Yeah, I mean, well, I still need to look into a lot of that, but from what I understood, if I create the liquidity pool with a massive amount of coins right from the start, and then we have other people that also contribute to that liquidity pool, it's a different story. We can actually create a price there. But Unicrypt? See, I was doing it on Uniswap. Buying $1 worth of Ethereum wasn't one of your most embarrassing moments, at least on stream. Um, I don't think that was embarrassing. Um, I I thought it was just funny. That's why I don't really get embarrassed that often. I dropped a touchdown to win the game. When I was in high school. Maybe that's a. Uh, I also. Well, technically, no, you know what? We won the game anyway, so it's not embarrassing. I mean, I dropped it, but we won it by like a field goal. Um, hmm. I it's so tricky. I mean, I guess you could say that's embarrassing, buying $1 worth of Ethereum. I thought that was pretty funny. Uh, GSAT doing? What's that doing? Can you take a look at that? Yeah, sure. GSAT. It's up 72%, 71%. So it's up quite a bit today. Is this a position? Oh yeah, it's up just basically a dollar here, but it's up 74%. So that's insane to see things like that move quite a bit. What's the history behind that and where it has been? So the highest point that it has been is at $2.98, which would be very, very close to its high point. Look out for a resistance at like $3. So if you're looking for that to break it, it could break it, and you could play it the right way if you were looking to make that move. But if it does go against you, again, be disciplined, get out of it. Well, the story is embarrassing. Yeah, apparently $1 worth of Ethereum is pretty embarrassing. Buying $1 worth of Ethereum when I was trying to buy a full share. I guess if you look at it as a whole, I actually thought I held one share of Ethereum as I was looking at it. So yeah, you could say it was embarrassing, because I think I was looking at it for, I don't know, maybe like 5 minutes, and I was like, all right, I have one share of Ethereum here, one share of Ethereum, but I really only had $1 worth of Ethereum. So, so yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. Um, I was just daydreaming, so sorry if that was just weird. Trying to put a time limit on kids playing video games. 3 hours a day, 3 hours a week. I mean, 3 hours a week. That's not enough. I mean, I don't play. I try and play often, but if I'm playing, most likely I'm playing, a couple of hours in one day. So if I choose to play 2 times in a week, then it's over that 3 hour threshold. It went up like 700 in that time frame from buy to real. Yeah, you're right. No, it didn't go up like 700. That's not accurate. It went up like 300 because I wanted to buy it. I think it was like 1600 or something like that, and it went up close to 2000. So like 350. But yeah, it went up quite a bit. And that's where I realized that I didn't have one share of Ethereum because I didn't gain $300. Can tell you're a genuine guy. Halo 3 or COD Modern Warfare 2. Ooh, like which one am I getting, or which one is going to be better? Like which one is I would have to. I've seen people play Halo, and I wait. Is that's not the new Halo, right? Sorry, I'm Halo Infinite is the new game. So that's not Halo, like Halo 3. I heard I used to love Halo, but I don't play it that often, so I would have to go with COD because I don't play it. But I plan on playing Halo Infinite. Yeah, I plan on playing that. Halo 1 and 2. Oh, I used to play it so much when it was like on Xbox 360. I used to play it so much. I mean, a lot. So I would go with those, but I probably would have to go with COD just because I played it more. Because you had so many years where I could play it. Halo fell off the map, and now it's actually looking like we're seeing a return of that, but we'll have to see. Need to add you in COD? Yeah, sure. I love the ranking system in Halo 3. By far my favorite. Yeah, I guess. Carl, can you stop? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I kind of just like fell in love with Call of Duty because of the fact that I was playing, zombies and all. Like it was just I was really good at sniping for a while, and then the sniping ended up becoming slow, and I was horrible at sniping, and I started using handguns a lot, and then now sniping is actually pretty decent. It's better. It's not back to what it was where you can do like really fast quick scopes, but it's still okay. Um, I don't know if I should put it in the chat just because I don't want so many people adding me. I mean, you can technically see it on my gaming channel. If you go over to my gaming channel, I think you can find it. If you go to my page and then go to channels, you'll find my gaming channel in there. And I really just started that. All right, guys. So it looks like it's 9 o'clock. I got to get out of here because I got a lot of stuff to do. So make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you go over there. And if you guys are interested, even if you're not interested, show me some love over on Matt Perry Golf. I'm looking to grow that channel and, obviously get more and more views and more people interested on watching this content so that I can continue to make this content. I would love to get, you know, like, I don't know, 200, 300 views per video would be really, really great. And just give me the, you know, that push, that drive to continue to do this, because I want to record a lot of these golf courses, a lot of these amazing golf courses that I play. Like this one in the background, Baywood Greens, was amazing, and if I could have recorded that, it would have been so fun. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. I'll make sure I put up you know, a video later today, whether it's just on AMC. I hope AMC makes a huge move today, and GME makes a huge move, and also about maybe any plays that, you know, you could have made, or, you know, some crypto plays, all of that stuff. But guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.